going on? What's going on? Come on in. Come on in. I got some questions. Y'all know when I got questions, I hit that live button. I'm just trying to understand. I'm just trying to understand. Hello, Bruce. He says, how do I tell a girl to stop using so much money on EBT cards? My card declined today at the store and it was embarrassing. She might be a single mom after tonight. Lord, the struggle. Good luck with that, Bruce. Welcome, everyone. Come on in. Y'all let me know if y'all can't hear me. Y'all know how I go. It's technology. The sound get to just taking over. Let me know. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all still hear me? Can y'all hear me? Make sure I got my other phone. Hello, Ridgeway. Welcome. Get ready now, Ridgeway. I be saying some things, so I'm going to try to be on my best behavior for you, but no promises. Welcome. Y'all hit the like button. Okay, thank you, Ariane. Listen, Ariane, we moving around, Ariane. You know I was over there on that other channel working. I was working. Had to take a break, go out, get a sandwich. Then I said, what the hell going on with Rose? What's going on? Ariane reminded me that tomorrow is D-Day, 11/1. You know, 11/1 has a new memory now. A new meaning. We got a new meaning to 11/1. It's like the countdown. Y'all been probably looking forward to 11/1 more than 11/5. How many of y'all voted? Y'all probably like, F that. Y'all like, listen, the economy effed up. Either way, we effed up. What the hell going on with Rose case? y'all probably feeling more hopeful about the 11/1 date tomorrow than the 11/5 date on Tuesday. Let me know. Y'all like shit. This fucking world's a lost cause. It's a lost cause. If y'all was with me over on my other channel, I was telling you all the reasons why stuff is effed up. Stuff is effed up. It really is. So Rose, we ain't got time for your bull. We going through it. Folks out here hungry. They checks ain't looking the same. Folks getting rolled up on. How y'all doing? Hit the like button. You know, I've been around. I've been in the bushes. I've been seeing things that's been going on. I just hadn't gone live to talk about anything. Because, child, I just didn't have the energy. When I was seeing what Fifi was going through, and then a little bit of what Tosh was going through, I said, they got it. They got it. They got it. They got it. It's a lot been going on with that thing. Only the strong can survive. How are you all? Ariane says Rose going to be all up tonight drinking and drugs, not showing up for court. It would behoove her to go show up to court. So, question, court, is this what she initiated? Because I thought I'd seen Fifi post something a while ago that she had an upcoming court date. But who initiated this court date? Is it because of like, was she initiated or is he bringing her to court? Y'all let me know because y'all know I don't know. Who bringing who to court? And then where is the court date? I mean, where is court? You said, I heard yesterday. Hey, Karen, you said, I heard yesterday that she said Adonis hadn't been served the paper, so probably nothing was going to happen. And that she was still going, even though she was invited to a bachelorette party. See, Karen, that sound about right. That sound about damn right. Not the bachelorette party. Who the hell in her life getting married? She going to one of the neighbors' party. Who? Because she ain't got no friends. Who getting married, y'all? Who party she going to? And where is this court date at? So is the court in Hawaii? Ridgeway says she claims she taking him to court. But like, okay, so where? Because he's in Georgia. So I'm in Georgia. So he's in Georgia, from my understanding, here with me. She's in Hawaii. She used to live in Arizona. So where is this court date? Or are we doing this on teams? Is this a team's experience? Is this a team's experience? Do we not have to show up in person? Like, what is the expectation for tomorrow? We doing Zoom? Is this a Zoom situation? What kind of situation is this? Like, what we doing? For her to be talking about not thinking that he was going to show up, like, is this a situation where they're both expected to be showing up physically, or are they both expected to hit that live button, that Zoom go live button like I hit when I come talk to y'all? Like, what is the expectation? Because we've been hearing about this 11/1 date coming, but I never really understood like what this date was supposed to look like. Also, what is the expectation for this situation? Is this about her getting more money for child support? Is this about him getting visitation? Is it a little bit of both? Like, Ridgeway, you say I'm thinking Zoom. Okay. Because, child, folks, I remember when she was playing, messing with Tosh and Champagne. And I'm like, what's the expectation? They expecting these folks to just be showing up. These folks to just be showing up. So then I was hearing that it was going to be a Zoom situation. But then I think Champagne's stuff got canceled. Why she cancel again? I don't know. I think she canceled Champagne's. Tosh stuff just thrown the hell out. They like, okay, you playing with this one. They entertained the Champagne one. But with Tosh, they like, you playing games. We ain't got time for you and your wigs, your stupid ass husband. And we ain't got time. We ain't got time. We busy out here on this island. You got all the time in the world because you just play around on YouTube all day. We ain't got time like that. So it was a blessing, I guess, for Champagne, then at least to not have to deal with that. My question I have for that is, well, since the court date was dismissed, did that automatically throw out the restraining order? So if somebody, so let's just say Rose said, hey, I want to put a restraining order against Champagne. It's temporary, granted. Then they have this court date. Then Rose, if she cancels whatever the court date, does that mean that the restraining order, like that's thrown out, like that's dismissed since you, the person who initiated it all, canceled the date? I hope the hell that's what it means. If it don't, it needs to mean that because you playing. You playing. You playing. Hey, virtuous woman. Y'all, have y'all hit the like? But y'all doing, I got 15 likes, 49 people in the building. Can everybody hit the like? Kick the like figure. Listen, it's free. It's the little things. It's the little things. Just hit a like for me. Double tap on the screen. But y'all, I be having these questions. Because to be honest, y'all, I don't be like, she wears me out. So I don't give it a lot of energy like I used to. Because, child, my mental health. I can't be on here telling y'all to take care of y'all mental health, and I'm not doing it. So my mental health comes first. So I don't be tapped in hard like I used to. But I be seeing some things. Like I seen her talking about she got a real estate license. I seen that. And soon as when she had taken a little break and she was gone for a minute, I said, I bet you her ass probably taking some in school, working on getting her real estate license. Because she talked about, after her and her mom had the falling out, she talked about getting her real estate license. So when she disappeared, I said, I bet you she working on getting her real estate license. Long be damn hold. That's what she was doing. So when she came out on the scene talking about, y'all, I was in school, get my license, and I passed. I got my real estate license. I'm like, damn, that's quick. But okay, because I'm a licensed, well, my license, my license are on inactive status, but I've had my real estate license in Georgia since like 2003. So off and on, I'll activate my license. So I know what the process is for Georgia with getting your license. So, child, when I seen Fifi live, basically debunking whatever, I got on the internet and started researching to see what the requirements are for Hawaii, because I know what they are for Georgia. Child, it's the same damn requirements. You got to get your 60 hours. You pass the test. You test out of the class. It's a final you take. So you got to test out of the class before you can go sit for the state exam. State exam is two parts. You got the national part and you got the state part. So here's the thing about real estate license for those who may not know. So you can be licensed in multiple states, but you have to take the test for the state laws for each of those states that you want to be licensed in. For example, I have my real estate license here in the state of Georgia. I've had it since I was in like my early 20s. Before I had college degrees, y'all, I had got my license in real estate. My first transaction was the purchase of my own home. I was the real estate agent for our house. So you take the state exam, you got your national questions, you got your state questions. So got the license in Georgia. If I were to want to go and be licensed in the state of Hawaii, I would have to sit for another test, and I would only have to take the state portion of that test. Because remember, I already took the national. So you got the law, the things you're learning for a national level, where it just apply everywhere, all 50 states, all the states. Then you have the portion that applies specifically to the state you're in that you're working to get your license in. So for me, that's Georgia. So Georgia laws, national. If I want to go to Hawaii, I would have to sit for the state test, the test. I'll have to go to Hawaii and I'll have to sit for their test. But prior to that, of course, I'll need to sit and learn the Hawaii laws. So I want to put that out there just in case y'all see her moving around. And now when she go back to Arizona, wherever she go, if she starts hollering, I'm licensed here too. I want y'all to understand this is how it works. Wherever she moves around and get licensed at, she has to sit for another test. She has to sit for that state's test so therefore they know she's familiar with the laws for that state. So I only have my license for the state of Georgia. I put them on an active status like a year ago. I wasn't using them, and you have to pay. So that's another thing with license. You got to continue, like you got to stay on top of your education courses, like CE, continual education courses, and you have to, here Georgia, I have to be my brokerage company. I had to be a part of a board. Child, you got fees you got to pay. So if you're not going to be actively working, it doesn't make sense to be playing around with bothering to get the real estate license if you're not going to be trying to do anything for it, because you will find yourself paying out more, like what I was doing before I put my lights on inactive. I was paying out more money than like what I was making because I wasn't actively out there like that selling houses. I was working a regular corporate regular job, but I was still paying out money to keep my license going. And the brokerage company that I was with, they required me to be a part of the Atlanta board, the board of realtors. I had to be, child, that was $500 a year. So that's $500 a year. So as we think about her situation, she's going to be spending out money just to hold on to her license. So it will behoove her to be serious about it and to be doing something with the license. Otherwise, you're paying out money. You're paying out money. And a lot of people find themselves in situations like that when they're in fields where they have to hold a license. And it's like they don't want to let it go because they worked hard to get it, but they're constantly like paying out money to hold on to this license. So that was what my situation was as a real estate agent. So I decided, you know what? I'm done paying out the money to, just to keep this license just for the sake of having it, or the just in case type. So I let it go on inactive status. So I just want to make you all aware of kind of how it works. So you'll be a step ahead when because I foresee her acting as though anywhere she goes, her throwing out, I can do this. No, you gotta listen, child, listen. You gotta have your ish together wherever you go. That's how it works. Aqua says, thank you for explaining all of this logically. When I was seeing that, I said, Lord, now I'm gonna have to let the people know I got my license. They probably like, this goddamn sheet got all kind of shit. Y'all, I do. I got a lot. Listen, I'm gonna always be able to be employed. I'll say that. I got a lot. I got a lot of good degrees, and I do have my real estate license, but they're on an active status. And I had that first. I had that probably since I was maybe like 21 or something like that. I thought I wanted to sell real estate, but then I was like, nah, it was just a hard thing to navigate through. Here's another piece to that. For me, I found it a challenge with real estate as a wife and a mom to young kids. Because as a real estate agent, you have to be on call. You got to move around a lot. And when people need you, when they need to see a house, and you guys know, like, I don't know how the market is in Hawaii, but at one point, houses were moving like hotcakes to where there were more buyers than sellers. So it was a seller's market. So that means it wasn't enough inventory. It wasn't enough inventory. So you got to be on it, and you got to be able to drop. You got to be able to drop what you're doing and run out to go show that how you got. Child, it's work. It is work. So for me, since I had other responsibilities, like a whole nother job, at the time my kids were small, so I had my license before I even became a mom. So then I became a mom at, like, I had my son at 24. So it was just a challenge with that. So I just didn't, build a career in it, and I just had my license for the years. And then just like a just in case. Now and then, so I went to school at the same time with one of my sisters who ended up making a career out of it, and she does very well. Like one of the top sellers at our brokerage company. She's still there. I'm not, but her lifestyle is different from mine. She's single and she doesn't have children. So she's able to just do all those things that I said you got to be available to do. Rose, she got small kids. She's talking about having another one. From the store they put out there, blue shirt, the brawny man got a job. So if she gotta go and do deals, like who watching these kids? Is she gonna call the young girl, the 20-year-old, the college student back to come watch the kids? Who watching these kids for you to be going out there doing what you need to do to sell houses? Like, what does that look like? What does that look like? The only, to me, benefit that with her being interested in purchasing, and for me, the benefit for me is like, if you're a licensed agent and you purchase a home, or you have your own home and you sell it, you can represent yourself, and the commission that's involved, you get the check. You're the agent in the deal. But how often in your own life are you doing that? So if you're someone to where your life is just, you're really into real estate like that, and you're constantly having transactions, then it makes sense for you yourself to be a licensed agent to be able to earn the money from that transaction. My first transaction was my home, the purchase of my home with my husband. That was my first transaction. I had just gotten my license. If that is not your life and that's not what you do, and you ain't on no time where you sit out here buying houses for your own, yourself, then it's going to be another expense, because you're going to be paying every month. You're going to have a broker hold your license. That's going to be a fee, and that's going to be minimum $70 on the cheap end. And then she's in Hawaii, so everything's expensive. So they'll probably get her for at least probably about $100 a month minimum. My fees when I left off was $120, and that was expensive. $120 I was paying out a month for years. And remember, every year I got to pay $500 just to be a part of the boards, because my brokerage company required for me to be a part of the board, because in order for me to get access to the contracts that I need to write up stuff, those forms are in the portal for the board. So I got to have access to the board to be able to get the contracts that I need to write up deals. That ain't even include, remember, you got to have access to, like, the MLS and all of that stuff, which is typically through your brokerage office. That those fees are rolled up into your monthly fees. So remember, I was paying $120. So my expense was $120 every month. So do that times 12. And then at the end of the year, I'm hit with a bill of almost like $500 for board fees. It doesn't make sense if you're not going to be out there selling houses. It doesn't make sense. You're going to be in the hole. It doesn't make sense. And her lifestyle, the way her lifestyle is set up, we all know she's not going to be out there doing that. She's not going to have enough support there for her to be going and doing that. The best she's going to be making money from is her own transactions. If her and Blue Shirt decide to purchase something out there, because remember, this don't apply to Arizona. This, what she done got popped off, it does not apply to Arizona. This is specifically Hawaii. This is just Hawaii. This is just only her being quiet. This is if she goes and sit for the state test. Just Hawaii. Pearl, you said, Pearl, that's almost 2,000. Yes, I did this for years. I did it for years just because I wanted to just keep my license going. And then finally, I was just like, the reality was I wasn't going to do real estate full time on that type of level. And then with the market, I'm in Georgia, so the market, it just wasn't doing well like that. That made sense for me to be forking out this money in a market that majority of the people that I would talk to could not even afford a house. Because listen, y'all, they waited late to where now where I live, you all, the average house is almost 500,000 where I live. That's the average today in the high fours. And that ain't with no basement, child. You ain't getting no basement on no $500,000 house in Georgia. You're not doing that. Let me see. I moved in my house 6 years ago you could have, but not today. Today, if you want a basement on a house, you are in the 800 plus thousand. So a lot of people can't afford to buy houses. This is Georgia, one of the cheaper states. So y'all know in Hawaii, y'all can only imagine how much it's going to cost a house costs in Hawaii. If I didn't just told you the numbers for Georgia, if your base price going to be around 500,000. And if you want a townhouse, baby, you at 400 for a townhouse, a 2-level townhouse, not even a multi-level, like a 3. We got 3-level townhouses here. My sister live in a really nice 4-level she got an open terrace on the top of her stuff. I didn't even know that was a thing until she got hers. That house was like 600,000 when she bought it like 4 years ago. So right now, if she were to sell, it'd be like 900,000, about 9 in Atlanta. She's the real estate agent. So what Rose don't realize is why she out here trying to flex or whatever she's trying to do. She don't realize that it costs money, and it's not going to make sense. She's going to eventually see it's not making sense. It costs money. She'll see eventually, you know. She'll see it is a thing, just because she's in Hawaii and I'm in Georgia doesn't mean that what I'm saying doesn't apply to her. Oh, it applies to her. I'm letting y'all know how it applies, regardless of what she say. So you guys will be prepared for the lies that are to come when she talk about whatever. Because she gonna be trying to hit y'all with she doing some stuff in some other states because she got her real estate license, but y'all gonna already know because I done told y'all them licenses just Hawaii. They don't apply to none of the other 49 states. It's just Hawaii. So that's what it is, y'all. Through these comments. Oh, the car don't watch my sound probably gonna go off when I turn the car off. Let me see. D-Fit says, Sheik, forget about the kids. She ain't even got a car. I ain't even think about that, D. That's the most important. I ain't think about that because I ain't ever not had a car. I ain't even think about that. Yeah, you need a damn car to be somebody real estate agent. What I look like, D? You talking about Sheik. I got this house. I need you to show me. Can we meet up at 6? And I'm trying to figure out what I got to do an Uber. How you know what, D-Fit? I need to work on some things. I'm gonna work on some things to see if I can meet you. Because yeah, I gotta damn try to get there. That's crazy. It's crazy, y'all. She gonna be in a hole. Real estate is cool when it makes sense. It has to make sense. And For her, it doesn't make sense. Starting with she ain't got a car, and then she got 3 kids, and she's talking about having a 4th one. How, Sway? When the last time we seen the nanny? How? Hopefully y'all still be able to hear me. Like, how? Y'all let me know if y'all can't hear me. Go down to the comments. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, having your license is cool, but it has to make sense. And in today's market, for a lot of people,